So, you know the phrase, don't touch my hair? That also applies to my daughter as well. You know why? Because in the words of Adesawa, I don't like it. Hello, it's Layefa. How are you? And welcome to another video. Today, I'm just gonna have a little rant. I'm talking about this notion of don't touch my hair. It's an oldie, but it's still a goodie, because guess what? Ish still ain't changed. So my daughter has this, she has beautiful hair. Like the front is better than the back, but no head of hair is perfect, right? So she has a lot of hair done and it's neat. She gets a lot of oohs and ahs and oh, she's so cute and so adorable. She gets a lot of that when her hair is neat, because when her hair's messy, ain't nobody checking for my baby girl. I think it's just because of her hair type. There was an event when I was leaving the play group and the lady was like, oh, she's got such beautiful hair. And I was like, oh, thank you. My daughter's hair was in twists and she just grabbed it. She grabbed the twist and she just proceeded to just like stroking it and looking at it. But the funny thing is, that wasn't even the issue, right? It was, I was looking at her face when she was doing it, because it was like she was trying to understand my daughter's hair. She was like stroking it and she was like, oh, it's so soft, and her face seemed like she had literally just looked into the universe and she's trying to understand it. Baby girl, don't try and understand my daughter's hair. Like, it is just as deep as the universe. You cannot understand the universe. It is far too complex and too beautiful for you to understand. So that's how her eyes were. She was trying to understand my child's hair, and I was just thinking, good thing I could see her facial expression, because I was like, man, is this how people's faces are when they're stroking my hair? Because they're usually stroking my hair and they're touching my hair and I can't see their face. Obviously, I ain't finna let people you can't be all up in my hair unless you ask me. If you ask me, doesn't mean that I'm gonna say yes. I might still say no, but at least you've asked. But she just reached out her big hand and put her big hand in my child's hair, and I was just thinking, nah, that ain't right. That ain't right. I just felt very uncomfortable with it, and I don't know why I didn't do anything about it when it was happening. You know, when you're like, something's happening and you're almost like, I can't believe this is happening. Why is this happening? And you're not doing anything about it. And it's something so simple, and it's probably not a big deal, but I think maybe it's just how I feel. So I honestly feel like if she had asked, because I've had people ask to touch my child's hair and I'm like, yeah, go for it. Literally, I have been like, yeah, go for it. No, it's fine. But it was just, she didn't ask. The way she put her hand in my daughter's hair and in her facial expression, like she was looking at the twist and touching it and just trying to understand something that cannot be understood, at least not by you anyway, you know? I understand it, the child understands it, people of my culture understand it, people who submerge themselves in the culture understand it, but you ain't finna try, you're not gonna understand it. Anywho, so I wasn't happy about that, and I was like, right, this is something that my daughter is gonna have to face, like, for the rest of her life. People just wanting to put their hands in her head unless she shaves it off. But I was just thinking, like, how do I deal with this? I know that there's a book out. I don't remember the name of the author, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it online or on Instagram or on Facebook. Like, I've seen the book and I want to get my hands on that book, because I'm like, this would be a great book for myself and my daughter, because I just feel like I want her to be confident enough that if she doesn't like something, she can say, don't touch it, don't go there. And then you say to them, would you like it if I put my hands in your hair? And they say, yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind because people don't do it to you all the time. My child is not a dog. My child is not a pet that you would just start stroking her. My child is not a pet for you to stroke and just be like, oh, no. Have I said enough no's? I know why I feel this way, because it's been done to me over the years, and it just hits me that my daughter is going to have to deal with this for the rest of her life, as long as she's got hair on her head, as long as she chooses to rock her natural hair. And I just realized that, oh wow, this is just something that like society needs to get better, things need to get better, because if she doesn't like it, and especially if she's in a position whereby she might be in a school where she might be the one of few black girls and her peers might want to touch her hair without asking her, or even a teacher or a teaching assistant, like a member of staff might want to touch her hair without asking her. And how would she deal with that and still be respectful at the same time? Because obviously this lady who touched my daughter's hair, and I know she doesn't mean anything by it, but because of what we've been through as a people, it's something to us. You know, I know this woman doesn't mean anything by it. She's just curious, I'm sure. That's what her face said anyway. How do I teach her to cope with it? Because yeah, she's at this age where it's fine now, but will it always be fine? How is she going to deal with this, and how would I teach her to deal with this? I think one of the things I want to do is definitely get this book. I've forgotten the name of it. I can't even remember the name of it, but if you know the book that I'm talking about, comment below, Google it. I think it's called Don't Touch My Hair. And any other suggestions that you have in mind as to how I can teach my daughter to feel confident and not be afraid to be like, no, that's okay, because this is, for now, it's me doing it because I'm her mum. And I mean, in the moment of that happening, my child is too young to even think anything of it. But because I've been dealing with this nearly all my life, or at least the whole time I've been natural, I don't want the same for her. Although I know this is something that she may face, and how can she better deal with it? I know this is a very short, rambly video, and I don't even have the answers myself. I'm just putting it out there. It was happening before my eyes and I didn't do anything about it. If I don't mind, then it's not a thing. But the first thing that should have happened is she should have asked. I've had many people before Odessa was born. The boys used to have long hair. I used to do their hair in China bumps. People used to ask me, oh, can I touch that? And I would say yes. And I think there's something that comes with asking. When you've asked, you're more receptive to saying yes. There's this asking for permission that comes before it. And it's like, I don't mind you trying to understand or know what it feels like. Or I don't think I actually mind, but I don't want you to just feel like you own me, that you could just put your hands in my hair. You don't own me. You don't own my child. It's my personal space. And I know the comment again when they say, well, you can touch my hair, but I don't want to touch your hair. Anyway, this topic never gets old. I don't know why. I'm so over it. Because, I really want to be okay, we need to come up with solutions. Not just rant about it and complain about it within our community, but actually come up with solutions. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have made it to the end and this is your first time watching and you haven't subscribed, don't be rude. Hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell. I don't want you to miss it. Do you know, I can't say to you it's going to be every Sunday or every month. Until my next video, think smart, work hard, make it happen. Bye. Okay.